On April 10th, 2024, a horned comet dubbed the Devil Comet will appear between the new moon and Jupiter in the constellation of the Lamb, counting from the true date of Pentecost, which, in the Book of Jubilees, is always the 15th day of the third month on the Jewish calendar. It is 665 days. In the fall of 2020, I had two dreams about the rapture. The first dream's completion coincides with the April 8th eclipse. The countdown to the dream's fulfillment began 665 days ago on Pentecost. Dream number 2 finds its completion with the moon in the constellation of Aries. I had asked the Lord if the moon in the constellation of Aries has anything to do with the rapture. That night, I dreamt of a divine wedding in heaven. The Israelites were given 3 days to prepare to meet with God at Mount Sinai. The April 8th, 2024 eclipse, accompanied by the Devil Comet, signifies to the bride of Christ that she has 3 days to prepare to meet her groom, Christ the Lamb. The intersection of the eclipses occurs in Little Egypt because what happened in Egypt is a model or type of the rapture. At the Exodus, God supernaturally took the Israelites out of Egypt, symbolizing the world. Likewise, at the rapture, God supernaturally takes us out of the world. After they are taken out of Egypt, they meet with God. At the rapture, we meet with God. First, we meet with Christ in the air. Then, according to Revelation 12:5, we are taken to God and his throne in heaven. Revelation 4:10 tells us that the 24 elders, who are the church, the Christians, are at the throne bowing down and worshiping him who is seated on the throne. God wanted the Israelites to be prepared ahead of time to meet with him. In Exodus 19:9-11, we find out just how much time they have to prepare. When Moses told the words of the people to the Lord said to Moses, "Go to the people and consecrate them today and tomorrow, and let them wash their garments and be ready for the third day. For on the third day the Lord will come down on Mount Sinai in the sight of all the people." If we use the same method of counting that God used, then the day the eclipse occurred is day 1, April 8th, day 2 is the 9th, and day 3 the 10th, the day the comet appears between the moon and Jupiter. The two different dates for the rapture that the dreams were pointing to now make sense. The first dream is to get ready. The second, when the moon is in the constellation of the Lamb, is the day of the wedding. That is, if the war in the heavens doesn't cause a delay. It's in the same chapter as the rapture in Revelation chapter 12 for a reason. In the parable of the 10 virgins, they knew when the bridegroom was to arrive. In fact, they knew he was late. In the book of Daniel, the response to Daniel's prayer is delayed 21 days because the angelic messenger must fight a war with the prince of Persia. Revelation chapter 12 is about our escape from the dragon who wants to devour us, the Christian. Satan, the devil, symbolized by the horned comet, is positioned between the moon, a symbol of Messiah according to the ancient Jewish rabbis, and Jupiter, symbolizing the Christian, Christ's bride from the Revelation 12 sign. In Revelation chapter 12, not only does the dragon want to devour the Christian, but it also appears that at or prior to the rapture, a war will break out in the heavens. The dragon will attempt to stop the wedding from occurring, but he will fail, and he and his rebel army will be cast out of heaven and thrown down to the earth. Does the war, a battle in the heavens, cause a delay, as it did when Daniel prayed? Does the war cause our bridegroom to be delayed? It may. I don't believe it will, but you need to be ready for that possibility. The Bible doesn't explicitly disclose whether we can identify the day of the rapture. Instead, it encourages us to remain vigilant and watch for his approaching arrival. This is precisely what I'm engaged in, and I'm eager to share my findings with you. If you're intrigued by my work, be sure to hit the subscribe button and like this video. Doing so helps it reach a wider audience of those who share similar interests. For newcomers to this channel, make sure to watch all the videos in the playlist titled The Eclipse of April 2024 and the Rapture. To enhance your experience, start with the foundational video titled The Exodus, the Eclipses, and the Rapture. It delves into the reasons behind my anticipation of the rapture happening shortly after the April 2024 eclipse, offering a moderate yet comprehensive overview. Future videos expand on these concepts, assuming a solid understanding of the discussed basics. Thanks for reviewing and stay tuned for more fascinating discoveries.